Ungehlisela kancane futhi beat khalele phansi. Yobe mazulu ayidli ishiyele. Nami kwelakithi ngaxoshwa inhlupheko. Bengithi angizozama isipheka abantwana bakwazi ukuthola ishebe ezweni lenkululeko. Yobe mazulu ayidli ishiyele. Nami kwelakithi ngaxoshwa inhlupheko. Bengithi angizozama isipheka abantwana bakwazi ukuthola ishebe ezweni lenkululeko. Izinyembezi abafethu emhlabathini senozibutha thina ifika namthwalo kwelakini sesiyathutha. Ngibonga umusa wenu mazulu izandla zidlula ikhanda sengiyofike ngikhonze nangasekhaya. Ngentathe ekhukhwini khona amasente ngiwafumbethe phambili khona ngiyofike ngikuphethe. Abanye bethu kulelizwe bafika ngokungemthetho. Bafike baphula umthetho ngokudayisa izidakamizwa ngokungemthetho ukuphangalala kwegazi kwaba isiphetho. Yobe mazulu ayidli ishiyele. Nami kwelakithi ngaxoshwa inhlupheko. Bengithi angizozama isipheka abantwana bakwazi ukuthola ishebe ezweni lenkululeko. Nisinqenqele nakwabaphansi okhokho kwelikamthaniya thina ifika namthwalo sithi shwele madlozi. Izihlobo zethu eziphangalele sesizilanda ngomlahla nkosi. Bekumnandi sihleli sindawonye mazulu. Mina sengibuyela ngakithi emkhukhwini makufika inkumbulo yenu siyoxhumana ngomakhala ekhukhwini. Mngani wami Themba Ngcobo mashiya amahle ngizokukhumbula sihlobo. Ngiyafisa ukukhamba nawe inkinga ngazi noma la ngiyakhona uyofika uphephe yini. Thulisile Dorothy intokazi kaBhungane. La kumina ubusufana nobambo bambanali Tambo. Phambili ngiyofika ngibaxoxele ngobuhle bakho ndabuze kwayo. Ungifundisa okuningi ebengingakwazi ngikufisela impilo ende uyophila ngisho ekufeni kuphila. Kubhlungu nangimina ngiyakubona yalila. Mase kufika isikhathi sokuthi ngibone ngafika ngayo nama yikho into engingayenza anginakuphikisana nenqubo mgomo. Yo besithole sikanselo siyozithola kwabanye izinkomo. Mablose mfazi kaDube ngibongile ngendawo yokuhlala. Selo ngafika emzini wakhe ngikhumbula ungiqulisa amacala. Ubukwazi ukungibekezelela isimo masibhede ubungiphethe njengowayitete yavundla wasikwa izinseka. Ndava kuvaramuthi wawanga tichakufonela ndazifika phambili. Uziphathe jakanani uchararama umphenyo usingapheri. Ndinokumpiraru regerero mazulu nenikwetsi nakatsingwa neshupika. Nayithi ndinozama raramo munyika wakasunungunga. Yobe mazulu ayidli ishiyele. Nami kwelakithi ngaxoshwa inhlupheko. Bengithi angizozama isipheka abantwana bakwazi ukuthola ishebe ezweni lenkululeko. Awu amen. Sanibonani. Naze nabahle. Ngiyacela nami ningithelele ngifane nani nje. Ngangijabulisa ukubona ngiyimuhle njengani. Igama lami ngoNhlanhla abantu abangayibuka iTV igama lami ngoNhlanhla Sibonga kaMhlongo. Ngiqhamuka endaweni ekuthiwa eMlazi eDurban. Ya, ngiyabonga ngicela ungidlulela kumsebenzi wesibili. Umphefumulo umusahlangene nenyama bayoholwa nguwe tholele ngonyama. Umphefumulo umusahlangene nenyama bayoholwa nguwe tholele ngonyama. Wathi mama mntanami ngezwe kuthiwa uyemthatha uyohaya izinkondlo. Ngathi yebo mama kunjalo. Wathi mama mntanami before uhambe ngicela ungibhalele inkondlo ngomuntu wesifazane lo nokuphula izinhliziyo zabantu abamthandayo. Ubenze mabekhala izinyembezi zabo zwele phansi bese uziphendula udaka. Ngifuna ukumbona ebishakula impilo yakhe yonke, ngiyakucela mntanami. Ebese ungiboleka ukhiye wokuvula, ngifuna ukubona ingaphakathi lakho, ngiyasola. Angathi uThixo umzimba wakhe yona ndawo akwazi ukuzifihla kuyo mayifuna sibabaza ubukhulu bakhe. Ngathi ngeke mama ngizizwa kahle ngishaya uvalo mawukhuluma. Kungenzeka nomama amagama akhe izinkomba zomuntu ohamba hamba ebusuku. Kungani umama angacela ngimbhalele inkondlo ngokufa kukanembeza wakhe ngoba emehlweni akhe. Ngibona ithuna nesithombe somuntu ozimbela lona kuye bese ngifanisa inswebi yakho mama hlambuluka. Ithi inkondlo ibona isandla sakho phezulu kwethuna lomyeni wakho. Kanti nasemasontweni adlule mama kade ngiloba inkondlo ngezinyembezi zomuntu okhubazekile. Ethene ezinzulwini zobusuku uphuphe ejahwa yikati elimnyama libethe umbala wesikhumba semvu. Uyasikhumbula leso wafika kuyo usigqokile mhlazana umdlisa ushevu lona wambulala uhlangothi. Wathi umama mntanami makancane. Uthi ayizukunibulalisa nje le ndlela yena okuhamba nikhuluma amaqinisa nganikhokheli. Wathi ngiyakucela mntanami. Ngicela uthathe nali ikhulo pondo utshela inkondlo ngifihle lamahlaza ami sengiyasisaba manje. Izoziveze nokuthi nginesandla ekufeni kwekusasa lakho. Kanti mntanami sengiyayisola ngiyafisa manje ukukubona uphumelela. Nangimina kumnandi mangikubona ukhala ize ngibona iqhawe emva kwesililo sakho. Wathi thula mntanami ngiyakucela musu ukukhala. Wena uyinkondlo emnandi yalotshwela ngene emhlabeni waseDandi. Uzoyinqoba lempo obhekene nawo ngiyakwazi igwalo yakusaba ukuhluleka. Ngathi pho mina mama ngifike kanjani lana esixukwini sabantu abalahlekelwe yithemba. Wathi umama mntanami phela wena wazalwa impumelelo ingakho ukuhlupheka ukukulalisa nekade eziko. Wena ukukhanya ubumnyama isitha sakho. Wena uyimpumelelo yekela ukuzifuna wena. Ukuthi emhlabeni kwasuke kwasukumiswa amanga kwahlaliswa phansi iqiniso. Ababukelayo baphendula izibukelo ubumnyama abathuthe ebusuku bayokwakha imini yaphenduka ubusuku. Wathi ungathukike endodana ngelinye ilanga mawubona iqiniso leniqambe lamanga. Akhona endodana namaphutha enzeka ngephutha. Wathi omunye mina Nkosi bengifisa ukusiza abantu abazamayo. Mhlawumbe inkinga yonakala ngenkathi ungidala wangangipha uthando lokuphumelela nabanye. Nkosi kwaZulu imisebenzi ayikho nathi sesizwa ikona ukuziba indlala ngamagama abantu la yimini. Sithi sithandazela impumelelo ngapha sibe sifika umona umbulalo wezinhliziyo ezifiselana okuhle. Eyilakhala ilunga labajika nelanga. Lathi uThixo uthule nje uyazi sikhulekile thina sazama kwazumuka nomoya kwanhlanga. Zathathwa zabuyisela emuva izifiso zakhe. Wathi kulungile zithatheni vele bese kucacile ukuthi ngiyozifeza ngale kwethuna. Thina masikhala siyabukelwa kuyathulwa kunokube emahlombe yethi imthwali yathulwa. Kwathuleke emthatha waphuma obekade ekhala. Uthi usawuboleka uthando lokuzama kokugcina okulandela intambo. Lapho ngihlangane nalo lisola amandla okuqhubeka nohambo usuku lokuphumelela kwakhe. Endleleni uhambe evimba abantu ebakhombisa imvimba ayithola egoli mhla ibuya koncenga impilo. Uthi ngangithusi mina ngendlala izinkinga ezazikhona lezo mhla kwakhiwa mina. Ekugcineni yophethe iqomile yekeni inhlanzi mayilokhu ishelwa amanzi. Seningamane nithatha ikhala lami nilibeke phezulu konyawo lwami ukuthi unyawo aninampumulo mina ngiyakhathala. Kulungile mbani madoda nodla izithelo zakampumelelo. Ningishiye mina la usizini ngizosala makukuthi uThixo khona safuna ukungifundisa kona. Masikhuluma iqiniso koma ngishamathe masibhubha sazi siyofelana. Uma kwenzeka Nkosi ubusisa abantwana bakho. Siyafisa nathi ngelinye ilanga ubheke ngakithi. Makukuthi lempilo esiphilayo babi yona sidalele yona. Siyacela Nkosi usheshe usitshengise khona sofunda ukuyamukela. Singayithoni nathi sesifisa injabulo kanti ubaba wasidalela ukuba sibone isikhala. Izimpendulo zomkhuleko wami mase zingasabuyi. Yazi Thixo ngiyake ngizikhuze sengisikaza ukuyikholwa mabeyixoxe ukuthi ususilahlile. Ngibuye ngikhumbule ukuthi konje wena uyisibane esiphezulu ukhanya nangaphezulu kwelanga. My God. Angidlalela ibhithi yokugcina. Nhlanhla Mhlongo ku Facebook, Nhlanhla Mhlongo Poetry page ungena ulike uzibukela ama video anhlanhla Mhlongo. Ngizocela ukwenza umsebenzi wokugcina bese ngibuyela nganeno.
Madombe nakambe samo. Hedombo naka. Sondaki mohasete. Kobela mahanto. Skidona minkabona.
Bantabami, ngicela ningangikhumbuza ukuthi angizange ngibe ubaba oqotho kunina. Mina kwangingasi inhloso yami ukuthi unyoka adlule ngesandla sami emhlabeni. Uma wena bantabami bengimthande emuhle igolide emehlweni ami. uNkulunkulu mhla idala yena. Mhlawumbe akazange aqaphele ukuthi wayiqopha yonke imlando mhla idala inkanyezi ekhulumayo. Ningixolele bantabami bengingaqondile ukumbulala. Ukuthi nami bengingazi nje ukuthi uthando mase lithukuthele nokubuyela ishintshela imbala. Zakithi inkosazane yelanga. Imini uyihlo wabulala unyoka isidumo sakhe ngasiphose emfuleni samuka namagagu asolwandle. Ungixolele mntanami bengingaqondile ukumbulala. Nami ngangithi ngibulala idemon lokuxegelwa isimilo sakhe ngeshwa kwafa yena. Hey nikhule bantabami ningikhulisela umhlaba. Ize sebawuguqula abasile bawubhekisa entshonalanga. Nisibona nje la ngaphakathi sifukanyele ubumnyama sesiyaxoxelwa manje thina ngokukhanya kwelanga. Kuthiwa ngaphandle impilo iyahamba kodwa la ngaphakathi bamile abayiphilayo. Zithi izihlobo zikamufi kwenile ethuneni likamufi mfowethu. Kuthiwa bayabuza mfowethu ukuthi bese ngayithokozela nibheli ke sambe sobasusela ukhula liyamcindezela undodana ethuneni. Kuthiwa bayasonga mfowethu bathi masiphothula lesigwebo sethu kuyoba ngcono noLazarus mayizovuka ethuneni. Kuthiwa bakhala kakhulu mabezwa kuthiwa siyahleka la ngaphakathi. Bathi bayasaba mabecabanga ngathi abasawathembi kwalamaketanga siqaphile. Bathi bengangcono mayingalekelelwa nangeso lokhozi. Kuthiwa izolo emkhulekweni kade besolo ngabonwayo. Bethi noThixo unesandla uzidala kanjani izilwane ezakhiwe ngomfanekiso womuntu. Zithi izihlobo zikamufi mfowethu makwenzeka sithola ithuba siboyitshela imizimba yethu ukuthi ikhonzile inhlabathi yasemalibeni. Mina mfowethu ngangimbambile ukhumbulo wena wambulala. Izihlamvu azifaka zilandelana esiphundu usidumbu amfinyisa ibhulesi ngamakhala. Mhlawumbe ukhona mfowethu wayizosikhuza mayekhala. Manje wasidonsa ngendlebe wathi mase roundini onembeza bethu sibobashiye emakhaya. Wathi umfethene emhlabeni useyabhoreka makuphela usuku igazi lomuntu mengalichithanga. Sihlobo zami la ngaphakathi sihlukene ngokwenza nangemcabango. Kukhona abakwazi ukukhamba nempilo bengekho kuyona. Ningathuki manizibona zindiza ndawonye lezinyoni ezifanayo. Nasendulo bekusibeka isinkwe etafuleni ukunibona nizilile. Nenhlupheko inesandla makwanda amathuna. La ngaphandle kunemize emihle nifisayo. Eminye yayo yakhiwe ngemphefumulo yabantu abangasekho izindonga zayo. Khona kwakuphoqa ukuba bakhala ukuze abanye baphumelele. Ngoba liyanondla igazi bantabami. Bathi impumelelo obumnyama iyathandeka mayikhazimula. Ajabule omunye amamatheke mabemncoma. Athi mayifisa ukubonga ahluleke ukuphimisa ngingakhulumeki. Akhumbule ukuthi wathwala ngesimungulo. Wathi omunye mina enkosi enkantolo ngilale nalo liphili idlozi. Ebusweni bakho besula umjuluko wamabele salikwazi ngozankosi. Kuke kwathuleka la kwampilo emile. Ngengathi ijele lisixoxela kabanzi ngeziboshwa. Lithi ijele kokuqala abanye beno bangizondisa ngamathuna. Lithi khona kufanele ngabe basemathuneni kodwa ngomusa nangothando ngisabagcinile. Kunokuba ningibonge niyangizamazamisa. Ukubaleka kwami negqizi icakala ingakho ngize ngithukuthele ngigcine nabangenacala. Lithi la ngaphakathi kumina kuye kwaphakama omunye phakama ngomunye wafela kumina. Zangizonda izihlobo zikamufi. Zathi ukuba kangenanga kumina ofile ngabe usaphila. Phome nabunjwa ngenhlabathi nihluke ngani nginamathuna. Ngakho ushintshile umbhali ithuna ethuneni. Wathi omunye umntwana abantwana ngelinye ilanga engangiboshwe naye mangimbuza ngephupho lakhe. Watheni iphupho lakhe? Ukubona uThixo isidumo somfanekiso wakhe silele emalibeni. Wathi la ijele waboshelwa icala lendoda yafi ngakhulumanga. Wathi ngigqunye kule ndawo nje bantwana isizwe ngisikoleta impilo. Wathi kuneminye imphefumulo kwangingafanele ihlukaniswe nenyama. Wathi ngabulala umuntu kwafanina ekhomba abanye abantwana. Kwase kusukuma ikhehle lidala elaliboshwe ngamaketango. Lakhwehlela igazi lagcwala phansi bathuka abantwana. Lathi ikhehla ningathuki bantwana. Igazi lomfowethu lele ngaliphuza mhla ngiqeda kumbulala sibanga ifa lika baba. Wathi umfowethu ubelungile kodwa ubengakulungele ukufa ngesandla sakhe. ngoba umono uyakwazi ukukushadisa nesono, ukubopha isifindo nejele enihlukanisa ukufa. Wathi ikhaya labashiyo nembeza babehlane lelesibhace kulona, igumbi lezone ezadukela ekufeni mhla zisindo ukuphila ngeqiniso. Wathi inkinga yethu bantwana asifani, wathi abanye bethu bantwana bayakhonza ize bekhonze emabandleni agulelwa izimilo, abanye izidla mlilo la ngaphakathi bafile ngaphandle bamelwe impilo. Wathi kwabanye kusahlwile bashonelwe yithemba lokukhanya, kwabanye kuyakhanya ize behlele bomnyameni. Wathi abanye bantwana basafunda ize bengakakuphothuli ukufunda ngamaphutha, wayisebeka ijele icala ngokugcina abangenacala egameni labonile. Kwase kuqhamuka abanye abantwana balandelana, mangibabuza ukuthi bayaphi, bathi basayohlangabeza ukufa kudala bekulindile ngenzeka makuza kubona kuyaduka. Manje bafuna ukukukhombisa indlela elula eyangakubona, ngathi uzusibeke nathi gogo enkonzweni mangenzeka. Wathi ugogo nami emzukula ngiyikhona ngisawulanda bayakhona. Ngathi gogo waze wanesono, uthi ugogo nali iBhayibheli emzukulu linesono malikwazi ukucashisa ukugibela imfene. Wathi nangilibazisa futhi emzukulu ungidedele ngihambe, ngizoze ngifika abazalwane sebekhuluma izinto zakamoya bengasahlele enyameni. Kwazi kwayintokozo ke bantwana ukunibona nithokozile ngenyanga yothando. Phendulo wesifazane ethizeni athi bhuti wangathi izosixolela lenyanga yothando ifike kabe nathi sisagubha usuku lokukhishwa kwezisu. Eshelula isandla edonsi wayini elahleli phezulu kwesitamkoko elithele englazini enethombe sengane ekhalayo. Athi bhuti futhi ningalokho nisitshela ngenyanga yothando, thina sazi inyanga yemithi masifuna ukudlisa amadoda. Ngithe ngingakaqeda ukukhaya inkondlo, izibongo zangibizela eceleni zangihlalisa phansi zathi njomana usho kungani ungaphumeleli ngoba inkondlo yayiphila isegazini kuwo moya iphefumula. Ngathi angazi nami maciko umalume usuke ethini emsama ishisa impepho, noma usuke eshisa ikusasa lethu uma ifuna kukhanye lakhe. Ngathi pho kungani namaciko ngaphumeleli ngoba nanginina ngiyakuza ukuphila emagameni maninyakazisa indebe. Bathi make njomane sokuphendula sinika imizuzwana siqale sifihla umona lona esidlelana wona. Ngathi khona yena okunye ngingakwazi ngaphandle kwalokho esengikuzwile. Kwasukuma omunye wathi inkinga yenu njomane nikhuluma kakhulu iqinise emhlabeni wamanga. Mhlawumbe ngangcono uma ningashintsha ukukhuluma nincoma ukufa, noma nithi babusisiwe abesifazana abakhulela besabancane kuhle ukusheshe uzala uqedwe ungakaqedwa impilo. Wathi udadewethu nesaphila emhlabeni izinkinga kakhumbuli zimfundisa ngokulahla ithemba. Wayesethi ulugade nalilanga mfowethu ngelinye ilanga lanikhanyisela ngokufa. My God, thanks.
Nono pele ngijena uwe Feeling nanti kanjena uwe Yangjabulisa we Kinuma
Unhlanhla lo Unhlanhla awuthi nami ngiveze nje ukuthi impela nje isiZulu ngiyasikhuluma. Nako ke sengimbuza uNhlanhla ukuthi Nhlanhla awungitsheleke ngwenya i-overall le umthetho wakho uyayigqoka noma uma uperforma noma mhlambe ukhe wathi ukudonsa kancane uthi hayi cha but patko ngiyayigqoka ngoba nawe wawuyigqoka ingubo zeKaizer Chiefs. Let's give Nhlanhla a big round of applause. And Nhlanhla, I don't know how you do it. My very, very limited and minute intelligence can never come close to anything like that. And I think probably our poets don't receive much support. Ngifuna ucela ke izinkokheli zami sonke abakwa sport and recreation, let's devise a way to support ama poets wethu. Kamnandi Nhlanhla uhlezi lapho kulela tafula nobaba usukude. Nangu egqoka ijezi ngathi yase Methodist impela nje. Uyena ke inkunzi malanga lapho. We need to find a way We need to find a way that we can support them online, that we can support them by buying their material, that we can support them by booking them. That we book them and pay them. Such brilliance. And that's his own intellectual property. Abantu abane intellectual property entswempuso in other continents, they are multimillionaires. We need to make our own multimillionaires out of abantu abantswempuso, the poetry. These are people who design things that were not there before. Umfundisi umaduna nkosi yami umfundisi wami uzawundi nqinela xa ndisithi abantu abenza lanto banobuthixo because they are creators. Bafana nabaqambi bengoma abafana no Zahara. They bring to life things that were not there before. And so because of their creative mind and the power to say let there be, they then deserve our support. Ngicela simsheleni izandla inhlanhla futhi. Dade ndenza umzekelo ngoZahara ngathi ukhona. Mariri, Paroro, Paris Mani, Nyakotoli Yoha. Later on, let me tell you something. You don't need to go anywhere tonight. Later on, Zahara is on the stage. Abanye bebezibuza bebona le guitar, bathi, umuntu we-guitar. Umuntu we-guitar. Kanti ukhona umuntu we-guitar nkosi yami. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move a little fast now. We're done with the status. Thank you so much. To outline the background to this, and Nhlanhla ungijabulisile ngoba naku nkosi yami iKZN yonke indaba ye-bodybuilding seyibamba umlilo because of OR Tambo. Because of this district. Seyigcwele KZN yonke nje. Ngisho even naku Southern Africa, they've shown interest because of what is happening here tonight. And I think uAyanda Phatha Faku xa usondela siyadinga basiyibethele izandla ifuthe elenziwa ile event ya tonight, even the build up to tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. Wozake Faku to give us the background and the purpose for tonight.
Enkohla mathumbe imeni obangibuze bisuka nemali Mandalami dume ngisafuna ukudla inyama
Thank you, Buchawe, Program Director. When we had a briefing session with the Program Director, we had a problem with protocol. He corrected a lot of errors that we made with my team when it comes to protocol. And he told us the reason why people should be addressed properly according to their names and their positions. So, to avoid to offend people, I will just greet you, Buchawe, and I will observe the protocol. I acknowledge presence of a lot of people from various departments. I've seen a lot of colleagues from legal fraternity, government, everywhere. I greet you all. Thank you. You are invited here in this historic official launch. My duty tonight is to unpack and tell you why you are invited, why you are here. Part of what I will say here, I will talk about health and fitness. Then later, I will talk about the bodybuilding as a sport, because bodybuilding comes after health and fitness. So I will address myself in those two things. But before everything, I think let me introduce myself. I'm Ayanda Simpiwe Phatha. I was born and raised in the villages of Eklocha in this province. And my family later relocated to the villages of Dukwa. That's where I am permanently residing. I'm a practicing attorney and I practice as such at Tiapata Attorneys. My partner is here, Mr. Tia. And our offices are situated at number 18 Park Road here in Mthatha. I'm also a director of Pata Group, the company that is hosting this official launch, and that will later host the competition, which is OR Tambo Bodybuilding Night of Champions. I'm a father and I'm a gym fanatic. I live a healthy lifestyle and I'm committed and constant in gym. I started my health and fitness journey in 2015. Since then, my life has changed and my attitude towards life has also changed because I benefited both physically and psychologically. That is why I decided to start this campaign and awareness for health and fitness. It's a campaign. And my intention is to invest on health and fitness. Let me address myself on fitness and health. Health and fitness are very important elements in a human life because they are the best combatants of illness and diseases. They help to build the body's natural resistance and increase the life expectancy of a health and fit person. Health and fitness help one to deal with trauma and chronic stress and the side effects of ill side effects. If we join together and educate people about health and fitness, we will achieve our goal of having a society that is physically and psychologically capable to do good and protect itself from life adversaries. A society that is free from drug abuse, alcohol abuse, a society that is lawful and violence-free. I strongly believe that substance abuse has a meaningful contribution to GBV, and most cases of GBV that have been reported are as the result of substance abuse and toxic society. And most criminal cases that have been reported as the result of drug and alcohol abuse, especially those of young people. I say with confidence that health and fitness teach discipline. In the fitness space, discipline starts with your time management on your gym sessions and your diet. You have to eat clean and drink a lot of water. Healthy lifestyle teaches you commitment and consistency so that you can see positive results. Now, once we educate people about health and fitness, we will have to talk about education. We have seen a lot of cases reported whereby our teachers have been attacked by learners, whereby learners carry dangerous weapons in school. That is why we have to extend this campaign and engage the Department of Education so that we educate young people, especially those who are in schools. In my address, I will speak about education versus health and fitness. Our intention is to involve the Eastern Cape Department of Education, wherein we will spread this campaign across our schools, both junior and senior secondary. We have since realized that our teachers are teaching in an unhealthy and difficult environment because the learners have become drug addicts, abuse alcohol, and there is a serious gangsterism in schools. Now, once we engage the Department of Education, and the education opens doors for us, part of the build-up to the show that I will talk about, we will have build-up events. And we intend to be all over in schools, educating learners about health and fitness, because our aim is to achieve a society that is free from violence. Because we believe if we start with schools, we will have a society that is disciplined. The honest truth is that we have a challenge of schools where teachers are being, one, killed, abused by learners. Teachers who are parents to those learners. So that is why we have to join hands together and take this campaign to schools. Now, there is no healthy teacher and learner relationship, and our teachers cannot offer quality teaching lessons, and the department cannot produce the quality results as intended and expected by the department. But if we introduce health and fitness, we educate learners about healthy lifestyle and encourage them to join gym, participate in sport, we will surely achieve our mission of having an environment that is conducive for teaching and learning, and that will produce positive results. Now, when I joined gym in 2015, I did not know about, or I knew nothing about bodybuilding. My size was, I was wearing size 26. Those who know me, like Xola here, I was wearing size 26. Now, when I joined gym, I noticed a lot of things. One, I noticed that people go to gym for different reasons, and they have different body goals. Some are there because their doctors say you are not sick, but you have to exercise. Some go there because the bafuna tobi weight is abo. Some are there because they want to live a healthy lifestyle. Now, when I got there, I saw a lot of muscular guys. I was inspired. I said, I want to be like this, but in my own way and in my own space. I did not know about bodybuilding as a sport, but as I continued to train and working hard, I was approached by those who were experienced, and they said, you have a potential of being a bodybuilder and you can compete. I asked why? You have transformed your body to this level. We've been observing you all the way. You have achieved a lot of transformation. Come and compete. I said, no, not now. My point is that when you go to gym because of a particular reason. Not because you want to be a bodybuilder, but you go there, some of the people, to live a healthy lifestyle. Bodybuilding comes later when you have achieved and transformed your body. As I said that if you live healthy lifestyle, is either you benefit psychologically and physically to transform your body. Now, from 2015, I've been observing people. I had an idea. I had a vision. I attended a lot of competitions. I saw a lot of people like Andile Mahasi, Kapela, and a lot of people who are competing. I said, I like this sport. More than anything, this sport teaches discipline. This sport teaches commitment. I said, one day, I will have my own competition, money show competition. When I decided to come up with this idea, I consulted a lot of people, the likes of Butkaya Majeke, Obetetapa Elia. I presented the idea to them. I said, Buti, you've been hosting competitions. I want to have one. He told me a lot of things. I was scared. I called legends of bodybuilding, especially those who have been competing in the world's competition. Or Chris Ngoda, they are here. Basuka go Spain, Basuka go Dubai. I called these guys. I said, guys, I have this idea, but I've never competed. And I never had a competition. Please guide me. These guys advised me. They told me a lot of things. I then said, I am ready. I am going to host this competition. I consulted the structure of bodybuilding in OR Tambo led by Luandile, my role. I said, I have this idea. I want to host this competition. Fortunately, I'm in the OR Tambo. Part of what we discussed, I was advised to use the name OR Tambo Bodybuilding Night of Champions. That is the name of the show. Now, the show will be on the 23rd of July. And the proposed venue is the Walter Sisulu University, the former UNITRA, in the auditorium. We are still engaging with officials. Now, when I presented the idea, these guys said, don't you think this show will be big? Don't you think you have to start it small? Because they are experienced in bodybuilding and they've been competing. I said, guys, I am going to do this. Why did I come up with this? Because already I'm in this space of fitness and health, and already transformed my body from that size 28 to this size. And having attended a lot of competitions, I observed a lot of interesting things about bodybuilding as a sport. It's very interesting. The sport itself accommodates both males and females. I said, I am throwing 300,000 for prizes. The show will be hosted here in the OR Tambo. The show will not be regional, not be professional. We will extend to Southern Africa. I am telling you in this evening that we are expecting athletes from Mozambique, Cameroon chairman, Swaziland, Botswana, and Namibia. They've confirmed because we released the post of the competition in February. So they've been communicating with us. They are coming in the OR Tambo to compete for that money. Now, tonight we are launching the competition officially. I've been knocking in different doors, seeking for sponsors. I've been asking people to join hands so that we take OR Tambo bodybuilding to another level. We are making history. Now, I was further advised that if you intend to have this type of show, you must be under a particular federation so that your show can be sanctioned. To be sanctioned is to operate under a body. And I was advised properly to be under Bodybuilding South Africa. Everything that we are doing it in terms of Bodybuilding South Africa. That is why Budkaya Majeke was talking about the show, because I applied to Bodybuilding South Africa. The application was granted. We are communicating with the president and with Kama Jeke. We are liaising with all the structures that are under that federation. Now, as Pata Group, we are asking one government to work with us. This event is very big. We will need a lot of resources. Already in this official launch, we spend a lot of money preparing. Now, we ask for sponsors, I must say that. We've engaged our district director, OR Tambo, Mr. Mdlangaso. We had a meeting with his people, with the team. The meeting was successful, but unfortunately, we will further engage after this launch. We believe if we bring athletes from outside South Africa, tourism should be involved. Because when you speak of this show, you speak of tourism. Because there are people who will come for the first time from Southern Africa who will experience Eastern Cape or Tambo. We will engage them so that they can be part of the show. We are already engaging Department of Education. We addressed a lot of correspondences to the office of the MSc, Mr. Fundile Gade. We say, for education to produce proper and positive results, we must first clear the grounds. Let's deal with drugs. Let's deal with alcohol. Let's deal with violence in schools so that we can create a conducive teaching environment for our teachers. Be part of this. We will go to schools. We will talk to learners. We will give them pamphlets. We will give them everything that has the potential to change their minds. We have engaged a lot of people. I must tell you tonight, as you can see two banners, Mr. Khotso of Nkandla Lifestyle, mkhulu wami ngicela uphakama abantu bakubona. He is our sponsor. First time I met with him, he said, Pata, I'm part of this. We are going to work with you. And he did not say that in words. He gave us resources. We further engaged a lot of colleagues in the legal fraternity. But tonight we have Mr. Mnikelo Dalasile. As you can see his banners. He is supporting us. He's one of our sponsors. Pagama Fagaban Backbone. So for now, we have only 2 sponsors. But I believe in this launch, we have potential sponsors. That is why we have invited a lot of people to come and witness. We are making history. In the Eastern Cape, we never had a show like this. We've been having shows, but we've never had a show like this. But I cannot do this alone. I will need people next to me to work together because I believe health is wealth and fitness is key. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, former size 26. Give him a big round of applause, please. Faku libele nje landawo ethi part of the deal uba ndisuke eGqeberha ndizo director le program is that ndizawunyanzeleka nam into kokuba ndiwuthathe serious kakhulu lo msebenzi. Kuti kufika uJuly. Kuti kufika uJuly ndiyidirecte ngevest. Thank you so much. Just before we get to messages of support, and messages of support are simply messages of support. They're not the keynote speeches. Before we get there, there's other acknowledgements that Faith wanted to strategically do after this presentation. Faith, please, I want to give you 2 minutes to acknowledge certain people, then we move on. Let's welcome her back again. Itindi Mlande.
Niyayibona kodwa le pressure ingaka ndikuyo. Hayi nami ndizawuzama bethuna na udibana nami ngoJuly nami sendiphakamisa insimbi. Don't hold me to it. Ladies and gentlemen, ndicela nje indlebe zenu kancinci to acknowledge Mr. Xolanqola, a member of the National Parliament, serving in the Justice and Correctional Services portfolio. Allow me once again to introduce to you our key sponsor, Mr. Khotsoncha of Nkandla Lifestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have Mr. Mnikelo Dalasile of Mnikelo Dalasile and Associates. Mr. Matzitsela, who is a Director of Community Services at OR Tambo District Municipality, is here with us. Allow me to also introduce a partner, Ayanda, Mr. Zinedile Tia of Tia Pata Attorneys. Enkosi.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mafefe. Faith is a very good friend of mine. We met in the very early 90s. Singaba bantu kuthiwa first youth ye democracy. When we voted for the first time, Kabao, most of abantu abayi first youth were in their either late 20s or early 30s. Sasibambile ki South Africa. Sila team ya win Cup of Nations, ya win Rugby World Cup. Ila team sithi tsiki yo. Quite or is a strongo. Sila team eyazisa ijoyous celebration. See first youth ye South Africa. Sila team eyazisa or referee boqala be FIFA into the country. See first youth. And so ufaith again disuka naye ke koba bo first youth. Akaxoki xa esithi uzawuzama. There was a time we went to gym together, no Faith Eastgate. And it was the time when they were introducing ezizikali digital. And I remember one time siphuma ezishawarini kwelicala lamadoda baphuma kwelicala lamalady kukho isikali esilapha esisebenzisa sonke sifike kukholo mfana esikalini womlungu akhwele esikalini isikali sitsho sithi 86 kilogram next one please agxidike lo mfana womlungu kukhwele uchawe akhwele isikali simrecognize sithi 88 kilogram next one please kuze ke uma faith akhwele uma faith isikali sithi one at a time please. Sesuka kude nalama faith. Sesuka kude. Thank you, my faith. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me for the slot some messages of support. I've got 5 of them. Let me start with Ace Ngobo, Maduna, Kubefu Sondela, the founder and chairperson of Ubuntu Transformation Foundation on community sport development. Let's give him a big round of applause, please. Almost the only one who is in a mask, Maduna. We will allow you to risk yourself and take it off because food. Okay, let's give him another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Baba.
Part of being a referee includes to always be in observance of rules and regulations. So when the president says indoors masks are compulsory, unfortunately as a referee I can't break that regulation. One thing you did not mention about Faith Butchawe is that when we speak of a night of champions, we should celebrate our own champions, even before we speak about those champions who are part of bodybuilding. That Faith you saw here for many years was head of marketing at Umhloboenene FM, was the force behind the brand, was the force that took that radio station to being the best radio station in the country, award-winning radio station with a huge listenership. And I'm glad that before I came here, you introduced one of our youngest MPs in the country, who also comes from the home of legends, Ngoma. I watched you delivering a speech there in Parliament yesterday when there was that nonsensical debate about disbanding the cabinet. Program director, I'm breaking my virginity tonight, you know. No, that's not the reason why I was late for the function. I'm breaking my virginity tonight because this is the first time ever in my life that I accept an invitation to speak at a bodybuilding function. And I've received dozens of invitations before. And I respectfully declined because I thought this was an event for people, you know, who, but then this is a kupelo ekhona. I'm safe here, you know. I did ask my youngest wife to order one of those vests. Don't be confused by that term, youngest. I have 3, yeah. I did ask her because she's an online customer. Everything she buys online. So ndiyakulento man ye bodybuilding. Ndike ndibone ngapha kwezi adverts social media kukho eza vests uthi ubuyinxibile and instantly get transformed into a very fit person. Can't order la way le ndifuna unxiba yona pha. And unfortunately, it was not delivered on time. And I'm actually happy that it wasn't, because I would have been an imposter here. Because bengayas baba yeza nabantu nje apha bafana nam. Sport generally is a very powerful agent of social transformation. Not just bodybuilding, sport in general. And Mr. Godoy uzawuyazi from the Sports Council point of view, that if you ask any leader of a federation, what is the biggest challenge towards developing sport in your federation, in your code? And they'll quote funding. And I always tell them, no, it is not funding that inhibits your growth as a sporting coach. It is how well you sell the idea of the sporting code, firstly as an agent for social transformation, but also as a vehicle for health and lifestyle. So I was very glad when the founder of the Night of Champions spoke about health and lifestyle. Because it is only when you focus on mass participation at a community level that you are going to grow any code. Bodybuilding le, chawe indikhumbuza omnye mama wapha elalini. One of the things that I did, Mr. Ngola MP, pha elalini, is to build a center, a service center that is utilized by the community. So one of the things that it does is to host usasa azokwamkelisa abantu udange. And for me, that day is a perfect opportunity to interact with the elders and listen to their conversations. You know, stand behind a corner and listen to their conversations. One of the topmost conversations that old people have when they're together is a conversation about their health. So bancokola kapha bamama, kubekho lo ubalisi bebeye kwagqirha, wathi ugqirha uneswekile. Ayichaze lento. It was still in the early days of the diagnosis of diabetes, especially amongst black people. Most thina yonke into xa ugula kwakuthi ukhatywe impundulu. So zazingekho le differentiation yokuba ugula yintoni. Kubekho ke umama walapha next door okuthiwa ngumamjarha. Umamjarha ke uthandile uzityela izinto zakhe, noba uyokwamkela pha uzawufika etya into yakhe, ungumntu obhocayo. Athi kulo mama uthi uneswekile. Athi yo Magadebe niyathanda uzenza bhetele. Umuntu ufika apha ezozenza bhetele apha kuthi. Athi uneswekile kangubani uliqaba nje wena. Yithiphi imani leyo unayo. Now I'm narrating this story jocularly because if you look at the way our lives have transformed from the olden days where the household chores themselves constituted bodybuilding exercises, to this day's child where the only thing that does any form of exercise is the thumb on a screen. And if you look at the number of chronic diseases that have crept into our young people, and you compare the prevalence of those chronic diseases on young people to when we were growing up, it's chalk and cheese. And one of the reasons is because we no longer give them the chores that constituted bodybuilding. Umadoda kudala ayenganidi ubheka ejimini wawabona nezoso kwakuthiwa ngesixhosa ke umuntu unezoso andiyazi ke iterminology yakwa bodybuilding diva ngo size 26 no size ntonto I don't know. But the most important aspect is that, as the founder articulated here when he stood, the biggest challenge that we have is a very bad one, a very painful one, a decision that as parents we need to make. Yabona ke mna njengendoda enesithembu ndinabantwana abayi-24. Lo we-24, no for now. Lo we-24 turned 7 months on the 26th, ne? The biggest problem that we have as parents is this question: where best can I raise this child? There was a time when we grew up, abazali bengafuni siye elokishini. Hayi anokhulisela umntana elokishini uzawumoshakala. Makahlala apha ezilalini afunde. Sasifunda ezilalini side sizigqibe isikolo sasezilalini, because our parents in a way were trying to shield us from the negative influence of township life. But if you look at how our villages have now become drug dens, how our villages have become colleges of criminality. From a very young age, a child is being trained to become a criminal by his age mates. You struggle to find an answer. Ndizamkhulisela phi lo mntwana? So when we come across initiatives of this nature, which focus on, firstly, participation in bodybuilding as a health and lifestyle endeavor, it gives us hope that maybe we can channel our children towards a direction that's going to keep them busy. Our focus, especially in football and maybe other sports as well, and the likes of Mr. Kotoyi can speak better than me on these things, is that we have an inverted pyramid in this country. There's more attention on the elite athletes. There is a greater focus also in terms of budgets towards the elite. We watch more professional football on television than we attend school matches where our own kids are participating. You know, even when you move away from club football and you look at federation sport, in particular SAFA, our 5-0 boys that we are so proud of, you know, we focus more on the 5-0 boys much more than we do on grassroots development. It's an inverted pyramid. So I like the language, Mr. Pata, that you are using, which shows an interest in putting the pyramid the right way around. That the solid base must sit firmly on the ground. And at that solid base, first level is mass participation. So that above that basic level, you then have the next tier, which is formal competition. That's where you are going to start looking at those leagues that you can form, competitions such as the one that you are planning. And that's where the third tier will then kick in, talent identification and development. And then fourth tier only is when you then choose from that identified and developed talent, your elite sportsmen in that code, which can then play for the national teams. But what do? We invert the pyramid. So please, if you want to grow this sport, never get tempted, even by huge sponsorships, to invert the pyramid. Lastly, Program Director, I think from the business point of view, I'm sure I'm quite equipped to change this cap of being a community development activist and wear my cap as the CEO of the Black Business Forum in the Eastern Cape and say, this is the first time that I see an event with an international flavor where the very first two sponsors are black-owned companies. It's a very rare occurrence. And it's an even rarer occurrence when attorneys take out money from their pockets and give. I mean, attorneys, you know attorneys. No? You know, those people are usually focused on taking money out of your pocket into their own. So this is a very unique thing. I agree with you. It's very historical. Good luck with the venture. We'll always avail ourselves to advise and support. Thank you so much.
Lost died when I deny it. Lost died. Thank you. Thank you, Kabao. Let's give Ace Ngabo a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Kabao. You know what you said about faith and Umafefe, and that during her tenure as the marketing manager of Umhlobo, she took the brand to dizzier heights, and we ended up really on various platforms winning a lot of awards. And we are highly decorated because of such efforts. Mafefe, if uJuly ufika ungekabiyo lento unqwenela uba afike uyiyo, don't worry. Uzinhle Mbusi, the baby Z, is there. And she'll represent abasasazi. Abasasazi abangamalady, because mnanza bendi represent aba bangamadodana. And she'll represent Upina Madodo baby Z. Come on over here, darling, sweetheart. Noko iza umsasazi bazovila izwi lomsasazi uzolinkela kumuntu oyi-1 olandelayo. Iza khanimbeteleni izandla nangu ya. And congratulations for graduating from a midday show, which is award-winning, to the afternoon drive. And now she is the co-host of the afternoon drive as of tomorrow. She's going to be on air between 3 and 6.
Wow. Ngelishwa kandinayo radio ndiyishiye radio ndiyaxolisa. Well, enkosi kakhulu Bhudiza, ndiyabulela. Izaba ngathi ke xa simone sithetha sireference kuSis Faith imini yakhe namhlanje, but well ke nam ndingomnye wabantwana uSis Faith ngomnye wabantu babeququzela ukuqashwa kwam ngondandisengumntwana before ke ndibe noko ndibona ndiyintombi ethe dlundlu ngoku. Ngela xesha le-presenter search competition, uSis Faith ngomnye wabantu ababeququzelela yona ukuze ke kube kuzalwa lo msasazi ondim namhlanje. Ngomso ke uzawuqala ukwenza inkqubo enkulu, inkqubo engenziwa nangubani, afternoon drive. But ke this is not my day. I mean, ka Mr. Pata kwakunye nosana olutsha. So I'm not going to take a spotlight. Asizawunikezela kubawo uFinkile Yintsa, oyi District Director for Community Safety. Bawo Padela izangeneno tata.
Program Director, mandibulise kwekuqala. Kodwa ke I'm a little bit worried just because I'm confused. Njengomkhuluwa, ndibone two things apha endlini. Njengoba uthe uTata uMandela wabhideka, nam ndibhidekile. Ndiza kuthuma kungekudala ndifuna okwesibini. Kaloku ndiyinkosi into endiyo. Baby Z. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Mfundisi, sizayibona. And protocol observed. I'm not going to dwell too much today. There will be my day that I'm going to speak. But I've got a brief note that I'm going to deliver as a word of encouragement to this young group. First and foremost, I must convey my word of gratitude to the OR Tambo Building Association, Bodybuilding Associations, for inviting me to deliver a word of encouragement on this wonderful day of the launch of the team. Today we are gathered here to celebrate the launch of the sport, which some people are not familiar with. This reminds me a Roman poet who was a Latin poet who once said, mens sana in mens corpore sano. This means a healthy mind in a healthy body. This phrase depicts the importance of physical exercise as being integral to having a healthy mind and psychological well-being. When the sport started in 1901 as a competition in London, no one knew the impact it would bring to the society at large. Today, the bodybuilding has become a professional sport competition that has produced a well-known athletes likes of Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is currently doing well in film industry in US. Science has proven the training in general has numerous health benefits, and as Latin poet outlined, the healthy body is likely to be more productive and can afford to live without accumulating health bills. Experience today, our nation is at the moment besieged by a special challenge that requires us to respond with special measures, though global in nature and not exclusive to our nation. These challenges have their own local dynamism, which wake more often to news reports about violent crimes committed in our land, such as rape, murder, robbery, gangsterism, and so on. Many other social ills that beset our beloved land have various times become juicy news to local and foreign media. Although we should not exaggerate the level and extent of these challenges, we also need to bury our heads in the sand ostrich-like. There are global challenges that beset almost every part of the globe. It required of us to grapple with these challenges as challenges that arise the existing material conditions of our turbulent times. The activities that are associated with bodybuilding gives those with passion an option of making a living from the sport. It helps the government to keep the young people to active and away from substance abuse and crime. We should use sport like this one to promote healthy living in our communities, to eradicate crime and use of substance abuse. Bodybuilding in South Africa as a governing body should be applauded for keeping up and promoting sport. Although being bodybuilders become with challenges like not being able to scratch your back, it at least teaches us values of working together and scratch each other's back. In my observation, program director, this sport shows that it requires a dedication and a discipline. All the athletes who participate in this sport of bodybuilding go through difficult routines that include strict plans and measured amount of exercise. Finally, it promotes the team work and high respect. I really respect the bodybuilders. When I was still very young, I was very scared of the bodybuilders. Just because they will look like giants, but fit, but strong. And even today, I was very shocked that an attorney can be a bodybuilder. And I will try to beef up the law enforcement agencies at court, just because if he loses cases, he will lift the prosecutor, the magistrate, the interpreter, and everybody in the court. But Mr. Pata, I think I'll have to assume my duties very soon in order to protect all your worship, no my Lord, for into kokubana uzoba lifter if the judgments are not coming right towards your thinking. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ithemba lami, ithemba lami, donyukana ngoma ndingene ndumiswe. Ithemba lami, ithemba lami, donyukana ngoma ndingene
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Insa. Thank you for that present. Nam dipantanda lahlekelwa i-iPad. Where's my iPad? Nam dipantanda lahlekelwa i-iPad. Thank you so much. And another observation, kwezinto bezithetha Mr. Insa, is that bodybuilders are clean. Awusoze uyibone i-bodybuilder lixeleko. I didn't say that. But they are clean. And again, ngokubhadela ushiye ipressure apho yokota kwiSlatin. La nto ethi ngesingesi cleanliness is next to godliness. Pha kwiSlatin sithi mundishiya es iushiyo piatatem. Cleanliness lowo is next to godliness. All on the bodybuilders, not only are they fit and clean, but they're well mannered. Awusoze uhamba udibana nayo ixabana nabantu kwaTops. Bodybuilder. Angeke. Ayiboyazi leyo isaphekwa leyo. Ayikavuthwa. All right. We have 2 more messages of support. Let me put you in the picture so that singapeniki kakhulu. We have very unfortunate developments from Umtungwa. I-officials zakhe ziye zalugqwetha olusuku zalupresenta kuye as an occasion for tomorrow. Uhleli ke ngoku phaya umntwana omhle until kufika i-call evela apha ethi Mtungwa undawuni. Undawuni, you know, esifonele nje xa usondela undawuni. Hayi mandiyazi ngomso nje. So there's that apology, bantwana begazi. There's that apology. So sesizawuqoqosha after the messages of support. I think we will then have dinner and leave 1 or 2 other things too after the dinner. Let me invite Mr. Lulama Mkhumbuzi, Chief Education Specialist, OR Tambo Inland District, phansi kwesebe likaDlamini, MEC kade lo bekuthethwa ngaye. Kwakho dosini ininzi ipressure ozawujika nayo apha xa umamelela presentation kaGubevu le enento kwenza ne-school sport. Ininzi mntwana enkosi ipressure ozawujika nayo. Let us welcome him with a big round of applause, Mr. Lulama Mkhumbuzi, Chief Education Specialist. Thank you so much.
Program Director, leaders and members of various sectors present here, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. In great humility, I wish to indicate from the very word go that I stand here on behalf of OR Tambo Inland District, representing my district director as well, who unfortunately cannot be here because of competing commitments, of course. Let me express my deeply felt gratitude first to you first for allowing me some space and an opportunity to stand in front of this august presence, and for fitting us as a Department of Education into this program. I really have to regard this as a very special honor bestowed upon us. Program Director, I'm here to give a message of support only. We want to say as Department of Education, for those who are not in this sector, Our sector has its core mandate, that is teaching and learning. But ladies and gentlemen, due to socio-economic issues that affect our learners in schools, we find ourselves to be a center of care and support. What I'm saying is that umcimbi we-sport, for example, we are supporting the core business. We are taking this from a perspective that says a healthy mind from a healthy body. I have listened very carefully to Mr. Parter when he was alluding to the fact that our institutions are ravaged by a serious cases of social ills. That is violence and all what have you. We are giving an unwavering support to this program. We really hope that the programs assist in order to achieve the core mandate of the Department of Education. We are dealing with those disadvantaged African child. Abantwana bethu are so disadvantaged. And we are hoping and we are sure that this will have an impact to those learners. Kukhona la nto ithi, life is insignificant unless it impacts positively in other people's lives. We are really hoping and we are certain that this program is going to have an impact to our learners. And therefore, lastly, we want to say once more, our doors, Mr. Parter, are wide open for the program to surface. And with those viewers, we want to say, let it go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my selector. Brilliant DJ we have here tonight. Brilliant. Let's give him a big round of applause. Khange ndilifumaneke igama lika DJ, and in the absence of that, we will say maybe DJ White Coffee. Sekhona kaloku black coffee. Or DJ Cappuccino. That sounds nice, eh? Yeah. All right, two more messages, and then sizongena kwenye gear le ethandwayo kakhulu. Let me invite now Mr. Lulama Mkhumbuzi, Mr. Sbusiso Mdlangazi, OR Tambo District Director kwa Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture. Sondela ke sukude. Sondela mntwana omhle, to deliver your message of support. Let's give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a big round of applause. Uthi umfundisi pha ade alenda amadoda nasewisile. Enkosi mfundisi. Thank you. Over to you, my leader.
Angiqiniseka ke nokubhekisa kumke xa sithi asewisile ngoba ngiqinisekile mfundisi ba ndandizintroduceile kuwe ngokusemthethweni ba ndihamba phi program director Chawe intombi yam, my first daughter, I've got two daughters, ithi lesibini second daughter. Xa ndibuya emsebenzini ndiposte ke uba ndiye kulo mcimbi ndandiye kuwo maybe 2 weeks ago bendino Jet novuka komnye bendino Mafa. Uyabuza, tata uyaphangela noba uyameni odlala? Ndithi kuba kutheni? Why always posting abantu be TV ne radio? Ngonqondo bengafoti nawe ngoku ngoba kophi naciba benzodlala namhlanje, so icebo ke manje sendi avoid ukwenzela babone uba ndizosebenza. Program director mandibulise njengoba sowutshilo igama lami lokusabela ke nokusibusiso ndingokwaMdlangazi ndisebenzela uSport Recreation Arts and Culture apha OR Tambo. Ndiyafuna ukuyigxininisa ke xa ndizobulisa into ba ndithunywe ngumama Mafez Mr Pata thunywe ngusisifeze kaNkomonye ohloniphekileyo umphathiswa uthe awukwazi ungezi apha bendingaziva mnandanyana ndiqonda uba lento yasebusuku ndingaziva mnandi kanje ndiphinde ndihambe ebusuku kodwa ke kwafuneka ndizofika apha mandivele ndithi ke ngqanga nentsiba zalo sayo nam ndiyafuna ukuthi xa ndizawungena kule program ithethwa apha nguMr Pata ukuthi uMr Pata ke undifowunele uqala wandifowunela ku-MEC ke ebendiprograma ukuba uzawundifowunela uba uzawundifowunela and uyayazi ndizoyifowunela uba uzofuna imali futhi uzawundifuna imali kodwa ke ndanento ethi xa sele endivile uba nyhani ngumuntu ligqwetha eli magqwetha mani le mali ingaka irafa ithatha kwabantu kanti ayivese yenele for uphinde bazocela ukuthi ngoba kaloku ndiyayazi uba bakho izikhali percentages uba anizibale ngendlela efanelekileyo but be that as it may andikho lapho mhlekazi masiqale ngelithi noba siyanibulisa aba bandwendweleyo kodwa mandilenze elicacileyo elithi mandibabulise osozinyama aba bangomnikazi womsebenzi ciba legama eli-right mos ngesixhoseni osozoso ndifuna igama lesixhosa ilishwa ke apha ke utata uPatko ngokutata lo ebesenza apha ipoem yakhe yiyo kokuba uya kwamdibanisa nam ilishwa ke into yoba ndingugalile bhayi namhlanje nabaculayo nababongayo nabafunda incwadi namhlanje bakule ndawo inye endikuyo mandiyitsho ke into ethi uMEC uthe mandiyitsho into kokubana le program ilontsha namhlanje ezoba ngo-23 of July uyayisapota uyayisapota ngohlobo lokubana uyaqinisekisa into yobana inkxaso yakhe iyobe ikhona ngolwasuku. Remember that we are launching the program today. The actual program is on the 23rd of July. Therefore, on the 23rd izayifumana inkxaso yesebe le program. Yebona ke siyayifuna ke sivile mosi background because we received a communication program director ethi le program ayo program yase OR Tambo. Remember, I am the district director of OR Tambo and I'm responsible to ensure that all the programs that support OR Tambo ziyenzeka. Xa ke ngoku kuzawufuneka sithethe ngo-national uphumele ku-national uphumele ngaphandle ayisekho kwi-competence yethu niyandiva mos ne it's an international program this one ndihleli apha ke ne-principals nootishara bam baphethe ipeni ezibovu bamamele uba uthe uMafeze ndifike ndithini apha ngoba uMr Gwazela ukhona apha nonobhala wakhe nopresident bajonge into bandizawuthini umthetho wesport ke Tata Patko nawe Tata Pata uthi ndilisebe I don't take a decision as to who's supposed to be supported. Umntu ifederation nefederation ezoxhaswa mna ndiconsulta ndinikwe i-decision by the federation. In this case uSports Council okanye uSports Confederation. Bahleli ke banijongile ke into yoba uMEC unobuthema kathini ke namhlanje pha ngoba kasixelelanga. Ithamsanqa ke leli lokuba ke tatu uyinsa eza leta siqeshwa ngazo pha ziyabhalwa zithi unikwa onke amandla ethatha i-decision afanele ngu-SOD kule ngingqi ndikuyo. Itsho ngoza lethi ndiqeshayo. So lamandla ke ndike ndime ndiwafuna uwasebenzisa xa ndibona uba ingathi kuzoba nzimanyana. Ndibone ke sendibizwe ecaleni sendiwasebenzisile. Ndive ulindene endifowunela athi sukude awuphazamanga siva kuthiwa i-netball iseRhawutini. Awuphazamanga akange sivento. Ndithi hayi kaloku uzofundela leta yam ithi ngamanye amaxesha can take a decision. So kunyanzeleke ngoku into yoba mandibe ndisebenzisa loo nto kodwa kandibadeleli. But ke okubalulekileyo Tatu Patco as a program director nawe Tatu Phatha into MEC uthe uyayisupport. But xa sibuya sihla sizapha ekhaya Tatu Qotoyi nendizocela i-backup yenu yinto yobana siyavuma i-hosta i-OR Tambo ayiyo i-hosta apha i-hosta international program. Njengoba i-hosta le international program kuyanyanzeleka into yobana kungathuleki icwaka ngathi akwenzeka nganto. I'm saying this because kukho into eyakathethwa ngutata uDanny Jordan one day. Mhla kwakuthathwa i-stadium apha kule ndawo iplaza sichithwa pha kusithiwa kuzokwenziwa ibusiness. Uthi ke utata uDanny kutheni bengayiqapheli into yobana noba bajonga ibusiness akho nto ine-business njengesport. Because ngexesha kudlalwayo phaya imali eyenziwayo phaya during that weekend is almost equal to imali eyenziwa iveki yonke ngabantu bahleli phaya. So ukuba ke le program iza apha eOR Tambo ithetha ukuthi ngela xesha sobe sihoste le bodybuilding zawube zonke indawo zolala zigcwele zixakekile. Izawube zonke i-flights zixakekile ezemthatha. Izawube mhlawumbi o-Bolt bexakekile, i-hawkers zixakekile. It means by doing this Mr. Phatha you are bringing business to kule area yasemthatha. Kuloko ke ngoku sifilisha into kokubana asikwazi uthula singayixhasi. Khumbuleke into yokuba besendijilo mos into yoba ndiphethwe kukho principals apha oTata uQotoyi. Kusafanele ongqiba kuba into yobana nindinika ntoni ndihambe ndiyoxhasa phaya. Bakhona apha bayandiva mos ngethamsanqa ndithetha bekhona andithethi ingazi kwenzeka. On that note ke Tata Phatha we are going to take part and support the program come the day eyawube senza ke 2030. Furthermore, apha kukho u-OR Tambo District Municipality. Kuke kwenzeke ke Mr. Matsitsela. Xa ndingekho kula office ndiphangela kuyo ndibe nendawo endine-hobby kuyo endike ndihambe ndiyohlala kuyo ndidlale. Osisintyanki phaya andifike ndithi phaya ngokhansila ngo-MMC ngosisintyanki pha. So ngethamsanqa ke bayandiva namhlanje uba ndizelelwe nje endlini. So kunyanzelekile ke ngobejongile uba kuzokwenzeka ntoni. Abanothi nabo bezelwa ngumsebenzi ongaka bathule ngathi akwenzeka ngani. Ngethamsanqa bakhona ke bavile into yobana akuzwa kumndodwa. Sithi ke nani we are lobbying in. Furthermore, KSD don't just only think of i-rates. Masicinge nale yokubana masicinge nale yokuba zikhona i-program ezinje ezincedisayo kulomsebenzi udibana nokhulisa i-rates apha eKSD. Xa ndigqibezela ke ndifuna ukwenza mathe Tata Phatha. Lo msebenzini wenzileyo neteam yakho undicingisa the likes of Obraden Pasia, the likes of Otata Ngumbela, the likes of Onocamagu Mvunyiswa, the likes of Omakengesi Stofile, the likes of Omluleki George, who sacrificed their time and dedicated their time to the sport. Bengazunikezwa nganto. I-sport generally yinto yamavolontiya. kakade ukuze isport sime funeka kuphakama abantu abanjengani. Obraden Pasiya ngoku bebemisa imtela bucks apha babengayiphakamisi ngemali zikaRhulumente, bayiphakamisa ngemali zabo nezinto abazicelayo kwezona abazicela kuzo. What are you doing now? You are reviving what they did ngela xesha. Otata uNgumbela just recently, may their soul rest in peace, bashiya izinto ngasemva bekhalaza ingake singaqina ke kulento niyenzayo uqinisekisa into ba asiwe ngasendlele. Recently xa nizawugqibezela, there is a tournament that's also so strong endiyibona yezayo apha eNgqeleni. I think I heard the name apha uKhiwa apha ngaphakathi naye ukuthi is doing good. Sijongile nabo ukubana ngabantu abasincedisayo, which Tata uQoto, you must also back me in order to support those kinds of programs. Siya support again fully come the 23rd of July. We will be part of that. I understand I was in part of the team ngela xesha ubuhleli kodwa we will, as you said earlier, we have a chat and ensure that we do something come 23rd of July. Thank you.
Mama wesingane sami ngibona kungcono manje ngibuyele emsini wami.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I like the leadership. Upper with podium. Enye leader ixhoko nxa enye. In good spirit kodwa. Yeah, in a FIFA fair play lento. Akukho umuntu uxhoko nxa nje ozawubuyisela imali ku National Treasury. Ma ndimcele enyuke lo tata omemana uxhokonxwa apha. Sondela Qengeba. Sondela Jola. Mr. Msondeleli Qothoyi nguye umongameli bethuna wemidlalo apha ephondweni. Kangoba nala principal ibithume the previous speaker politically account apha. So Jola mntwana enkosi nangu uphatha esi Aram. Ulindele uva kuwe. Masimbeteleni izandla bethuna umphangomo.
Enkosi mhlali ngaphambili. Enkosi Chawe. Mandibulise. Kulobe mbulapha elilungu le provincial legislature. Engusekela somlomo. Abaye bamsebenza. Kulate ngo. Dibulise kuzikhakhamela. Dibulise kusingaye. Osozinyama. Abantu besport. Yo, umsasazi. Omncane. Yeah. Colleagues, andizuphendla mibuzo nizawubuza. Mna ndisuke eofisini nemandate yeoffice yami. Sis Faith, yandi intimidator ivoice yakho ndaphetha ndaqabuka sendivumile uba mandizapha. Yebo. Izibembini into ebangiba ndirhalela urhoxa. Qha ndamelwa yinto enye. Xa ndinobuya umva bawuthina abasemva kwami. One, Pata. Ndacinga into yakhe imani ibalekisa abantu kwakuthiwa yi-3rd degree. kaDeborah Pata.
Akuzubakho bantu bapopola mhlambi bume bam mhlambi kwinto endithende aba ndiphosile xa bekuvethwa bandiphosa wayibamba yena. Ndiyovezwa pha. Okwesibini leli gama bodybuilding and 11th of December 2021. I lost my treasure at that day. I lost a man. Ebendawuthi bangaba benza balela ndithi phatha ndicele yena zomapha. And bezawuthela into benza ithetha. Bodybuilders as Tambo zifumana ingxaki ukushiyeke 3 days 72 hours siye ku-national. Wangena selilo Andrew ofisini. Fortunate for him lo mini ndandiseMonti. Wangena elila wathi, President, no matter what, awunonceda iBhayi, unceda iMonti, unceda iKokstad. Uzeke ngokungatouch ibase. As a softball player, funeka uqiniseke ibase uyitachana ngomnwe uthi uthekwa ube songaphakathi. Utata umeya in standing today uthethe ngebusiness wayishiya lento ine-facilities kanti imve ibiza unathi ithini plan yakhe nge-facilities for sport and recreation kulelo local municipality livile abale noba uzakwenza idolophu eCoffee Bay. Sizophakwa kula dolophu that maybe abagcina ibhizi sizophakwa. Sicela i-facilities ukuphumeza i-mandate transformation ethwaliswa isport. Sanuthatha amabala nenze extension offices zenu. Ngoba la mabala niwathatha nenze extensions offices zenu ayatshiswa kulantoza kwintshukumo ze-service delivery. Ayatshiswa la mabala. Yakhani office nisebenzele kuzo niservice abantu. Phumanani nokuhlala kwi-facilities ze-sport and recreation. Please. Please. Ukusupporta wena i-bodybuilders asengangelisa kumelanga ziyenyuka sojima edolopini. Bemela zijima koliyo xathula. Bemela zijima emaholweni apha kwi-communities. But ufike kuthiwa eka director so and so, eka councillor so and so, i-facility yes sport and recreation kutoyitoywe kuywa kuyo mos bakuywa kuye and asangaphumi yagigise. Phumanani no extend the offices zenu kwi-sport and recreation facilities. Bantu baba imali andicela ukuyiba ukuyaba. Kanisike kuqala nisike le sport. Akukho nenye i-national team can be claimed compliant with transformation ingenayo umuntu wase-Eastern Cape. Ngoba apha ukhona umuntu omnyama, apha ukhona umuntu wasedlalini. Uzoqiniseka ngoba i-balance that national team iphumayo. And kafunekanga ke sibe ne-mushroom players into ethi thutshu ngalo mzuzu kuthiwa kuyodlalwa for the sake of i-compliance. Funeka abantwana baloko bedlala bazawudlalela phi? Xa sakhe malls everywhere. There are so many political organizations in this country, but into endiqiniseke ngayo inye ndime kule ndawo asinawukwazi uba nee-rallies each and every weekend sigcwalisa amabala. But the sport can do that. Thathani imali
niyifake esportini to address the social ills. Nezi abantu baquqa benamakhadi yellow ne colleges ezisikweyo beyothatha ipilisi on a daily basis bangabe bedlala isport abantu aba ngebesindile kwezi pressure. I'm not saying akumelanga yenzeka lonto. Kodwa khawugade lento ithi why don't we masiqale ke focus kwi first ever department ekhoyo kulelizwe agriculture abantu bazenzela ukutya. Sport people, let's join clubs. Subscribe phela singajonga ukhongozo. R5 on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, ungawubona umahluko. We are prepared to run administration courses. Ukulungisa izikills zethu sikwazi ulawula. 23 ka July. Uba uthi sabe lapha. Think twice. Incinci le ndaba. We are prepared to support it. But bizabe lapha, I can tender my support that I have to stay home because I've been incinci le ndaba. Abantu base OR Tambo, abantu base Eastern Cape basithanda isport. And ba prepared to khupha 5 rand zabo ungena emnyango. I know. Together with my partner MEC, so I support. Kodwa incinci le ndaba. I rally all business people. Ukuthi noba inkanganani na mabekho into abayijulayo in the name of sports development. Sine Sports Confederation up. Sine office emaneke sihogosa ngo public works that anina phesala melanga balapha kule office. Sine stadium up. Si extension office kamasipala. Mayor in the house lungisani lonto. Sinabantwana babaleka ePosters Room today. Enzo amadile bawufika. Dlamini funa ndifumanane nawe noMampele. Sendiyile ko masipala abayi4 in this province. Hlale nabo. Dishiya tripartite khona ngaphakathi. Utheni ndize late apha ekhaya because bendiyazi into ba mina lemlenze emithathu yalambisa yona nto sasibasa yona apha ekhaya. Sasingasanga sipheke ngastove. Masiphindele apho ke gwazela. Singanqabi meetings. Ndicela sisitophe ukusebenzisa izincedisi. Masijimeni sibe disciplined like bodybuilders. I thank you.
Thank you, Chol. Thank you, Chol. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Otoi, unknown to him, he took the place of the keynote tonight. What am I saying? We're now going to have Councillor Nonjatyambo Cinga, member of the mayoral committee, OR Tambo District Municipality, responsible for sport and recreation. She's coming to the podium to do a vote of thanks. Emva koko sizaba ne performance kaZahara siphake sitye begqityiwe nanku ke uBhelekazi for instance ndicela nimbetheleni izandla ngumkhozi wam lo naye ndiyamkhawulela one person at a time
Mandi bulele kuwe program director. Ndikubulise. Ndingaqaphelanga abantu ngokwahlukahlukana. Kodwa ndiqale ngabo osingaye kubulisa. Ndithi ke kwabanye abantu, hayi umfundisi, ndimbulise Nkosi yam. Awusikwa. Bulisa umfundisi. Ndithi ke kodwa ke ngoku nqanga nentsiba zayo. Mhlambe maniqale ngokutsho ukuba siya ku-appreciate ukumenywa sibe khona kulo msitho omhle kangaka. Ingakumbi thina bantu basabala inyanga ezine sisetorhweni. Kuthi asikayazi yonke into ba eza departments zethu zidila nabantu abasebenza ngayiphi intlobo. When I was invited to the event yanamhlanje, uSisi Faith angatsho uba ndiphendule kade. Ndinala mfanekiso woba mhlawumbi ndawufika bekwinkqubo yokujima. Ngathi ke ngoku, hey, akufanelanga ndicele umuntu ongutata nanene aye phaya. Hayi, ndaxelela into yoba hayi yiloo nje ayonto itheni. Andikajimi. Kodwa ngoku ndiqine nyani when ndibona apha. Hayi ndomelele. Ndomelele. Akuzana nini mema. Suke ngenye imini nami ndibe inxalenye ndizigadeke nje banakrazuka izihlunu ngoba sendibonakala. But nami le target kaJuly noba andiyanga ngamandla. Nawubona uMaMbhele obhetele. Nawubona uMaMbhele obhetele. Ngekhe kuthethwe kangaka phezu kwentloko zethu. Kanti asizukwazi uguquka ipasika kwezi veki zizayo. Hayi ndiyajoyina. Noko nawubona uMaMbhele obhetele. Samrhuqa ke nogxa wam wapha eKSD. Nabona naye ke uba usisidudla esithe vram. Hayi masohlukane nalanto ayizusincedisa. Sekuthethwe kakhulu apha and eyona nto ipapashwa kakhulu nesifundiswa yona yindlela yokuphila impilo eright, yidiscipline. Hey kuthiwa ninithi nyhani. Ndidla ngokubabona mna abantu abajima kulo msebenzi wenu. Ube namasikizi ngathi la shethi izokrazuka kodwa ibimhlophe we futhi nina niyabamenya abanye abantu because niyamthanda white. Because ninithi nyhani. Athi ke ngoku sele nxibe isuti njengofa kulo ibe ngathi le bhatyi yawukrazuka. But ke sizama ukutsho ukuba mhlawumbi this thing ye bodybuilding intsha injalo. Sikhalela ukuba bamandla bethu abesinawo in terms of imali ibingaske really icascade iqale phe emazantsi kwii-communities zethu. Kulapho irisk yobomi bethu ikhoyo. Ufike mos kufuneka lento ine crime sithi xa sihleli sizama ukuyitshekisha into yoba isuka phi kaloku. Isuka kwi-broken families. Ihambe ke ngoku yokubreaka isociety lesikuyo. Inyuke ke ide iyovela ko-domestic violence, abazalo gender-based violence and all that. Whilst sivala inyanga kaMatshi esithi inyanga yamalungelo, but izinto ezehlayo zibuhlungu gqithi. I think the recent one niyibonile eyasemqhekezweni. Sihleli ke loo ntlalo yokoyika eyokuba xa uphuma apha phaya egeyithini ulindwe ngubani because thina singamaxhoba. ifuna ke nathi noko singene kule nto yokuzilolonga futhi siqale abantwana bethu besebancinci nabo bayiqhele le nto. So as OR Tambo, we really say, as initiatives that talk to sport nasiphi siyazithanda siyazixhasa because ziyasincedisa ekuncediseni le society kule ngxaki ikuyo. Andifuni ke ukuthetha amazwi amaninzi wonke umuntu ebethetha futhi nibakhethile abantu bothetha. Bonke abantu ebebethetha apha bebenganayo le nto ingasedehle, ibingathi ungaqhubeleka umamele, and le nto bayithethayo ibi-relevant. Akho mntu bekwathetha enye into engeyiyo le ifuneka apha. Xa ke kukho umkhulwa wam u-MEC ezithumele uSibu, undenza ndingabi navalo la ukhomitha ngoba ukhomithile. Kodwa ke thina as politicians bikhe yathi thwayiba indlu nentente nestadium sithembise, hayi ndithembeni sokwehla apha ndingathembisanga ngoba sekuthenjisiwe. Ndithunywe ke ukuba ekugqibeleni ndibulele. Ndinengxaki ke yokuba xa sekungeli xesha, kodwa ke on behalf of iPhata Group ndicelwa into yoba mandibulele ukuba niyohombele nayihombisa le occasion yaba yi-success. Futhi sibulela nobawo bekuthiwa kuzududuma kuzowuqeqeza, and ke siyayazi uba xa kududumile kuye kuphazamiseke nombane, but khange yenzeke loo nto ngoba uThixo benathi. Futhi ngokomlomo ebewutsho apha umfundisi sithi ukuba uThixo animmemanga nina azakhangela indlela yokuba abe khona ukusukela namhlanje ukubheka phambili. Siyababulela ke bonke abantu ebebethe bamenywa ngandlela zonke kodwa bakwazi ukuzokufika apha kule ndawo bawenza ke lo msitho wanje. Simbulela engekho umntungwa futhi siyema ukutsho ukuba akangomntu waloo nto, akangomntu othi xa emenyiwe endaweni angabikho. Kanti obana ukuba bekusithiwa ibiyazeke kwangoko, ndiqinisekile ubhutiza bezamkonektha phaa afane nobhele akwazi uyigqithisa imessage. Siyambulela ke, siyamazi into obukhathazekile kule ndawo akuyo, kodwa kuphelanga nto. Zinintsi izinto eziza kwenziwa yiPhata Group endiqinisekileyo into yoba uyawuba khona, abe khona njengokuba engumntu ozithandayo kwa izinto ezichaphazela uluntu. Phakathi kwethu sinotatu Mr. Xola olilungu leParliament. To be here mntakwethu sibulela kakhulu. Sibulela nalaa nto yethu ingapasanga. Bulela laa nto ingapasanga. Futhi andiqondi uba izawupasa nanini. Sibulela uDeputy President we-IFBBSA, uProvincial Chairperson we-Bodybuilding in the Eastern Cape, uTatu Majeka uBhele, ngokuba ebekhe wakhona in the virtual space. Siyambulela ke ngaloo nto because uye wakwazi ukuyazisa into yoba yintoni le nto kanye. Siyafuna kwakhona umeya wase-OR Tambo xa ethe kwabakhona abantu base-OR Tambo, ukhona zininzi izinto, kodwa igama lakhe ngumesuli, akangomalusi, ngumesuli Ngqondwana. Ubulelwa ke kuba silapha ezibabeni siva sinodirector, sinabantu abaninzi abakhoyo apha representing la masipala wakhe. Siyibulele iKSD kakhulu ngokuba lapha enyanisweni kukwenu apha thina siyi-district enomasipala abahlanu, nina ningabanikazi bento. Thina sisitha nina singabakhuluwa thina apha kuni, kodwa banikazi bento nini. Siyabulela ke xa niphumile nabakhona apha nizowumamela ezintetho, nizothi noba mhlawumbi kulo nyaka mali akho nto enikhe nade nayidweba egameni labo, nijonge kunyaka olandelayo uba ningadibanisa ntoni na. Mhlawumbi ningadibanisa amatha neenyembezi kuphume into. Bulela kakhulu kuMr Mdlangazi, siyabulela kuMaduna, uTata Ace Ngcobo. Ndizazibulelela pha kuMr Khuphelo. I'm not very sure nokubukhona kweli phepha. Njengoba ndihleli pha nje ndimkhulu nje bandihleli pha. Ndihleli namadoda amakhulu athatha isigqibo. Into zokhuphela, into zohintsa. Uyayibona? Into zomanzisela. Ngathi bangoni ngakhe ndithethe nje ndithi hey singahlazeki. Ndingabe ndithena nalaa mntu into andikatsho ke. Andithethanga nto mna. But laa tafile ndihleli kuyo ndihleli nabantu abakhulu. Ndigqitha ke ndisiya umfundisi ke asilindelanga kubulela apha mntakwethu, uyobulelwa apho siyayo. Thina ngelo xesha sobe sikhala upha kwelaa cala sisithi yini ndivulele, sasikunye eMayfair, ube wena usithi akungenwa ngolo hlobo. Ndandiyithethile loo nto. Bulela ke kakhulu kuprogram director wethu. I wonder. Hey, niyamazi banga program director nakusasa ethethe ezintshengezizwe ezibe sizihleka apha ngoku. Siyabulela ke kakhulu Bhutiza ngobukho bakho. Usiqhubele kakuhle iprogram yethu. Andizukwazi ke ukunzula kumazwi wabo ebebezawubulela ngawo. I've got a handicap yokuba eneneni akukuhlanga apha emehlweni, kodwa abaququzeleli abanini bento bebethema ndiqaphule lo mebulelo. Ndibulela kakhulu ke ukuba nani nam ungabathabatha indawo yakho ke ngoku. Iphi laa ngoma idanisayo kaloni mna ndingowangoko, uwenze uba ndihle ngawo xa ndisihla apho umdanisi.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pelegas. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pelegas. Siyabulela kakhulu. Izawusuka ngokule podium. Izawusuka kuyonakala ngoku. Are you ready for Zahara? Are you ready for Zahara? That's right. Says Ambiza ke country girl. Lalisini kanene la gama. Elo kanye. Hayi akalifuni yena. Akalifuni yena. That's right. All right, we're getting ready. We're getting ready. We're getting ready for Zahara. We're getting ready for Zahara. We're getting ready for our own Epondwin. We're getting ready for Zahara. Nguye ke lo ungacimbanga ubhuti othile nguye. Nguye uthi Nguye lowo. Nguye lowo. Ladies and gentlemen, Zahara.
Lizali City Gala Hako Tikonko Hosie ngafana nisekhaya zonkinhla hangaso onkizi izwe mazizwe sewo sindi hiso kule ngoma ke bendizawucela siphakameni sonke for amaqhawe wethu onke. Le ngoma yabhalwa ngumfundisi uToyo xa ebuya evela ngapha I think eAmerica wabona into eyayisenzeka wathi wayinto wayefuna basonke sihlanganeni ndizanicela ke amato lokwe elili izwe emakako Tesi Honki lui mi Zilokeludu Molwa Hako Ewe yalangosi Singa Ewa yimfundi Zezila Wena uze Vuzele Oh, si vei nyane so yeah ko ningahlala phansi ke Nkosini kodwa ke ndimxhosa ayipheli ingoma mama Hewe luzelu fusa folwa ko bentshile wethu inhlamane ndivanga kahle la we la we la Bengekagqibi kodwa. Ke mna ke ndiyalazi ixesha lam lincinci apha bethu nifuna nokutya ne. Andizukwazi kaloku ndikhuliswe kulo mgquba. Ndiyabula noba nindibizile nangoku apha njengentombi yenu. Bendizawucela ke nindibethele izandla mna. Nibethele mna. Nibethele mna izandla ngoba lo mntana wenu womgquba celebrate 11 years in the industry. Le imdaka kangaka. Kodwa ndisamile nangoku. Aphinde lo mntana wenu womgquba akho mntu wakho ayibreaka irecord yakhe usengunumber 1 nangoku. Not only eSouth Africa, eAfrica iphela. Ogqiba lo mntana wenu womgquba apha elizweni influential women 100 women ku Forbes buza ngubani eAfrica number 1 ngulo mntana omgquba. Andikaniboni kodwa ke nililizele nenze something. Thikunye no Michelle Obama no bani ndimdedwa apha. Hayi ke bengekho apho Zulu imfihlaka hello Zulu yewe yesimanga eza hali se umhlaba anesi benoma
Dag
mabekhabe beyilungisa kodwa ke ndiyakhabe ndisithi mna Msindisi Msindisi wena Thwala wami andiyacela Thwala wami uyandisenda andiyacela ndiphathise ulole isandla sakho andifuna ufana nabanikezela Ndiza, ndizabuya ndikuphathele inhliziyo yami oziyenze emsulwa yona. Don't play it. Ndiyakwazi uziculela kaloku noba babekho. Ingxaki le ngoma ndayibhala bethunani siye eRhawutini kazi noba kuzokwenza ntoni ebomini bami. And then noba kwenzeke ntoni ebomini bami noba iphupho lami lawufezeka noba lifezekanga kodwa xa ndibuya ndisize ekhaya inhliziyo yami izaba msulwa. Ndizabuya ndikuphathele inhliziyo yami oziyenze emsulwa yona. Ndizabuya ndikuphathele inhliziyo yami oziyenze emsulwa yona. Pendula. Ixesha lami lincinci guys andazi. Nkosi yami pendula ngiyacela. Nkosi yami pendula ngiyacela. Nkosi yami pendula ngiyacela. Nkosi yami pendula ngiyacela. Pendula, pendula, pendula. Pendula, pendula, pendula. Pendula, pendula, pendula. Pendula, pendula, pendula. Sinikela kuwe singamile ngokwethu. Awusinikela kuwe singamile ngokwethu. Awusinikela ndiyalazi ixesha lami lincinci ndiyazama zonke ii-album zami ndizicule bethu nani. Mali bangiyesono sesibulala nangenxa yakho.
Wemali wesuka notiki undenza ntoni na sibulalana ngenxa yakho. Wemali wesuka notiki undenza ntoni na sibulalana ngenxa yakho. Mali bangiyesono sesibulalana ngenxa yakho. Mali bangiyesono sesibulalana ngenxa yakho. Ndixakene neliphupho lam wesuka notiki undenza ntoni na sibulalana ngenxa yakho wemali wesuka notiki undenza ntoni na sibulalana ngenxa yakho. Siya celebrate 11 years from since Loliwe.
Siza ulole wai tutula ulole wai tutula ulole wai tutula nangwa siza sule zonyembe zimtakwetu sule zonyembe zimtakwetu sule zonyembe zimtakwetu nangwa siza I don't know how many minutes I'm left with. Okay, my 5th album.
Pavo ndizo celebrate apa ekhaya. My fifth album. Kanti bhala lengoma think wonke umuntu uzorelate. Akho umuntu ungaswelekelanga ngabantu. Akho umuntu wesile COVID abantu umsebenzi abanawo. Into ininzi. Ndifihle kuwe. Nqaba yam. Izilingo zindilima. Ay, que más cabeza. Ndifihle kuwe nqamba yam izilingo zindilingile ndalingekana bazame ukundenza esiyata nam ndayathazeka Kalchukelwe ba esiposa ndamosa sula kaloku baya babelinga kitika ike ngendisiva disesiwokweni khawuleza kaloku Hayi masiyemeni ngolila ngoku andithanda ukul ndifuna uxolo nokuthula khuluma uba ndenze kakuhle uzondiluza. How many minutes nayo ma? Andithanda ukul ndifuna uxolo nokuthula and bafuna amaplayer sithini weyo. And wasn't single ke mna ke ndifuna umtshato yona ndisingile ndiyazicelela lo mvuko bethu nani xa nine-chance.
andithanda ukulwa ndifuna uxolo nokuthula khuluma uma ndenze kakuhle uzondiluza uloku sihla wenyuka ndiyahamba ndikhathele kuwe soloko ndinawe ndikhale imihla nezolo uyakhathaza uhamba ubuye nengxolo soloko ndinawe ndikhale imihla nezolo uyandikhwaza uthetha ngathi nangqondo uma ulisoka no I don't want no I don't want no I don't want to andwafuna masoka no I don't want no I don't want no I don't want to uma ulisoka no I don't want no I don't want no I don't want to andwafuna masoka no I don't want no I don't want no I don't want to. Andithanda ukulwa ndifuna uxolo nokuthula khuluma uma ndenze kakuhle uzondiluza uloku sihla wenyuka ndiyahamba ndikhathele kuwe soloko ndinawe ndikhale imihla nezolo uyakhathaza uhamba ubuye nengxolo soloko ndinawe ndikhale